The boy who never gave up. Have you ever been in that situation where you really feel like quitting? Like no matter how much effort you put into something, you still don't think you're good enough or smart enough? You doubt your abilities and feel like you're just wasting your time? You keep on thinking, why am I trying? Why am I working so hard? Why can't I just enjoy my life instead? Well, let me share with you a story of a boy who also had those thoughts, but he didn't quit. He kept moving forward despite all the odds against him. And the amazing thing is, he changed his whole village for the better and became a hero for everyone. This is the incredible story of the boy who never gave up. Once upon a time, in a small village in India, there lived a boy named Arjun. He lived in a small little hut with his family. It was so run down that the rain would pour in whenever it would rain outside. Whenever it would get dark, he would take out a kerosene lamp to study, but the fumes from it would make his head spin, and it was difficult for him to concentrate. Yet despite all of these difficulties, Arjun dreamed big. He wanted to be an engineer and design houses for people to live in. Every day he would walk miles to school, but only up to sixth grade. After that, his family needed him to stay back and help them with their work. But that didn't stop him from dreaming. He still hoped that one day he would achieve his goal. Then one day he met a teacher who was going around the village to teach kids. She taught him math and science and even some English. Learning made him happy and excited. Every evening after dinner, he would sit with her and ask her questions until late at night. There was nothing more he loved than solving problems and discovering new things. Soon he learned so much that he started teaching other kids in his neighborhood. Everyone called him the professor because he was so passionate about sharing what he knew, but his parents weren't happy that he was spending so much time studying. They wanted him to spend more time helping them work and make more money. One day, his dad shouted at him and told him to stop dreaming and just focus on making money. This hurt him deeply because he had never seen his dad cry, and he didn't want him to live a miserable life like him. But still, he continued learning and somehow managed to pass his high school graduation exam. After this, he decided to take a risk. He left home and went to a nearby city to study. At first, he struggled a lot. He missed his family and didn't know anyone there. Plus, he wasn't very good at studies. In his first semester exams, he got 10th grade math wrong. He tried his best, but he just couldn't get it. He was so upset that he almost dropped out of school. But then he remembered the look on his father's face when he told him he failed the exam. He knew he had to try harder. He spent the next 2 semesters studying hard and finally got good marks in math. But unfortunately, his father died suddenly and he had to go back home to help his family. Again, he was devastated because he had never seen his dad cry and he didn't want his mom and sister to live a miserable life like him. But still, he continued learning and managed to finish his high school degree. After finishing his degree, he tried to get a job, but he couldn't find one. So he decided to take a risk and try again. This time he went to a bigger city. It was crowded and noisy, and he didn't know anyone there, but he was determined to make something of himself. He found a small room to rent and started working in a factory. At night, he would study under a street lamp. Even though it was hard, he never gave up. He studied hard and finally got into a good university, but he wasn't able to pay for his college because he was from a poor family, so he applied for a scholarship. Fortunately, he got it and was able to study at the university. In college, he studied hard and made lots of friends. but he never forgot where he came from and how difficult it was for him to get an education. That's why he always helped other poor students too. He tutored them and helped them understand difficult topics. Finally, he graduated from college and got a job as an engineer. He designed roads and buildings and helped improve the lives of many people. He also got married and had a family of his own, but he never forgot his roots. He always remembered the kids who didn't have access to quality education because of their financial situations. One day, he decided to do something about it. He joined hands with his classmates and started a non-profit organization. They raised money and built new schools and libraries in poor villages. They also provided scholarships to poor students so that they could continue their education. Soon, his organization became very successful and he was able to change the lives of thousands of people. His story shows us that no matter how difficult our circumstances are, we should never give up on our dreams. With hard work and determination, we can achieve anything. Also, it reminds us that we should always try to help those who are less fortunate than us. By doing so, we can make the world a better place for everyone. So let's all take inspiration from Argan and never give up on our dreams. No matter how difficult the situation is, if we work hard and don't give up, we can achieve anything. And here's another important point to remember. Sometimes we may feel like giving up on our dreams because we compare ourselves with others and feel like we are not good enough. But we need to understand that everyone has their own journey and we should not compare ours with others. We must celebrate our own success and be happy for others' success as well. So friends, let us all take a moment to appreciate our own journey and be thankful for everything we've achieved so far. Let us all inspire others and be inspired by them. Together, we can make the world a better place. Thank you for listening to this story. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like this story, please give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe so that you will never miss any of our new stories. And if you have already subscribed, thank you so much. I hope you will continue to enjoy our stories. Thanks for watching. Bye. Here are some other awesome stories that you might like. Check them out. Also, don't forget to show your support. It really helps us grow. Thanks for watching. Bye. The boy who couldn't smile. There was a boy who couldn't smile. He tried and tried, but no matter how hard he tried, he just couldn't manage a smile. One day he asked his mom why he couldn't smile like other kids. His mom hugged him and said, "My dear son, you are gifted. You have the ability to do extraordinary things, but to unlock that gift, you need to go on a journey of self-discovery." She explained that happiness wasn't something that happened to you, it was something you created. He set off on his journey, ready to discover the secret of happiness. He traveled far and wide, meeting all sorts of people and trying different things. He learned that happiness wasn't about having everything you want, it was about appreciating what you had. He learned that true happiness came from within. He returned home feeling grateful for everything he had and finally able to smile. The man who planted trees. A man planted a tree. Every day he would water the tree and take care of it. But for many years the tree didn't bear any fruit. The man was disappointed, but he didn't give up. He kept watering and caring for the tree. Finally, after many years, the tree began to bear delicious fruit. People from all around came to see the tree and asked the man how he had managed to grow such a wonderful tree. The man replied, "I didn't do anything special. I just watered it and took care of it every day." The people were surprised and asked him why he had waited so long to reap the benefits of his hard work. The man smiled and said, "I didn't plant the tree for myself. I planted it for future generations so that they could enjoy its shade and fruit." The people were deeply moved by his selfless act and realized that true happiness lay in giving back to society.